Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome to Halloween. Wow, this is crazy. I cannot believe how fast time flies. So today's a fun little discussion. I hope you join us. And come on in and let me know if you can hear me okay, first off. It's a beautiful day here, Halloween. What we're talking about today, I thought I was discussing ghosts with a friend, and I thought, well, that's appropriate for Halloween, right? Talking about ghosts. So we'll talk about ghosts, and I always want to bring in some kind of crystal element to it today too. So I was going to bring in spirit quartz. How fitting is that? And also at the end, we will have one spirit message to share with the group and see what that has to say. So spirit all the way around us today. So there you go, spirits for Halloween. Welcome, Tracy. Can you hear me okay? Is it coming through loud and clear? I got my sage going good, really good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Brenda. Welcome. Happy Halloween. Thank you. You too. Can you hear me okay? I have a new little mic thing that I'm trying. Yes? Okay, good. Thanks. All right, good. Hi, Rachel. Welcome. Happy Halloween, everyone. How is everybody today? So, oh, good. Oh, you can smell the sage? Good. Smell-o-vision. It is really burning good today. I love it. I love it when it's like that. Oh, hi, Julie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hi, Renee. Welcome. Hey, Denise. Good, good. All right. Day off, Brenda. Good for you. Okay, good. So today, Halloween, I thought I was talking to a friend of ours in our community about ghosts yesterday, and I thought, well, that's just really fitting for a discussion on Halloween, right? Ghosts and spirits. And we will also talk about spirit quartz because it's going to keep in the theme of spirit. And also at the end, I will pull one message for the group, all of us who watch today, from the Spirit Messages card deck for something that we can take away with for the day and just see what kind of message that we have to, something that we have to think about or work on or whatever the case may be. So, hey, Brianna, welcome. Diane, welcome. Nakima, welcome. How is everybody doing? So we'll start off our discussion today with talking about ghosts and spirits. So it's just an open discussion. If you want to contribute, that's great. If you don't, that's great. I just kind of curious to see where everybody is with it. Hey, Angie, nice to see you. Hey, Carol, welcome. Joyce, welcome, welcome. Hey, Tawny, come on in, everybody, talking about ghosts and spirits. So I guess the first question would be is, have you ever encountered a ghost? Let's start there. Have any of you ever encountered a ghost? I go to places that supposedly are haunted quite often. I mean, you know, not like every day, but when I get the chance when I travel, I do. And so I always think it's kind of interesting in the history behind why it's areas are haunted or whatever. But have any of you ever encountered a ghost of any kind? And if you care to share your story, please do so. You don't have to, but please do so. Were you frightened? Were you excited? Were you questioning what you saw or experienced, you know? So share those things with us. Hey, Lori, Sarita, welcome, welcome. Yes, you have. Denise, no. Rose, hello, welcome, welcome. Tracy, yes, you have. Tawny, you have. You have a picture of one? Oh, that's exciting. I know that a lot of people can capture ghosts in pictures and video much easier than just seeing them with the naked eye. And I'll share with you my ghost experience with that in a moment. But I just kind of wanted to see where you are all at with ghosts. What do you think about them? Have you come in contact with them? Do you avoid them? Do you look forward to going to places that they'll supposedly have them? So Let's see here. Hey, Mary, welcome. Charlene, a few, even one twin and your youngest. Oh, wow. Hey, Karen, nice to see you. Lori Ann, yes, you have. Robert, sure, okay. Minnie, Karen, yes. Joyce, no. No, never. Alma. Brenda, yes. And you knew who it was? Wow, that's incredible. Hey, Virginia, we're talking about ghosts today. Helen, Diane, yes, yes, yes. So, Moni, yes, a lot of you have. Wow, that's pretty cool. Are you frightened of them? Are you frightened of them, or do you protect yourself? This is kind of an open discussion about ghosts today, so just join in. Had a piece of cement thrown at you. Wow, Lori. That is interesting, isn't it? Wow. Sarita, not afraid of them, have seen them since you were a child. Wow, that's terrific. I'm not afraid of them either because I feel I'm very protected. I feel that I don't have anything to fear from them. I mean, I'm very connected to the spirit world anyway. I think a lot of us are that are here in this group. And I'll just share my opinion with you, and you can agree or disagree. It doesn't matter. It's just an open forum. So I just want to start off to see where you're at. So, yeah, Tawny. Let's see. The Tonopah Hotel is active. Your husband was a non-believer until we stayed at the hotel. Wow. Charlene, you also have gifts, and it did creep me out as I've seen a boy who was lost and felt him and his energy. Wow, it's interesting, yeah. Hey, Karen, welcome. Tracy, question that I saw a man green hooded. You know, I know that there have been people that have seen just like glimpses of things too. I do have friends and acquaintances that have seen glimpses of things that I would consider a ghost as well. So, Karen, you used to be very scared, and then you were closer to people that passed, and now you see their spirits regular. Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of us in our community are okay with it for the most part. I mean, some people can be afraid, and that's okay. It's just kind of getting used to knowing what you're capable of, knowing your energies compared to their energies. Respect, I think, is part of it. Understanding is part of it. So, Joyce, not afraid, very protected. I feel the same way. Yeah, I feel the same way. That's wonderful, Sarita. You send white light and love. I love that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Lori, not scared, more curious. Yes, that's me too. I'm very curious about their path and why what I consider to be a ghost to still be hanging around, not wanting to transition or not being able to transition into the soul space. I feel that a ghost is a spirit that is stuck for some reason or another. Either they're not willing to go to the light, or they don't feel they can go to the light, or they might not even know that the light is there. I think that that our past loved ones that crossed over and are in the soul space, there's a difference. I think there's a difference. Those are spirit guides that are in the light. They're in the soul space. They're doing their work up there, and they're divine love. I think ghosts, little quote mark, ghosts, they haven't figured out that they're divine love. They don't feel that yet. They're kind of stuck in this cycle, or they can't seem to get out. And it seems like a lot of ghosts that we hear about are stuck in this cycle for a very long period of time. And although I don't think that any spirit has a conception of time like what we do, we put time on everything, but I don't think that there's any time in the spirit world whatsoever. But that's my opinion on how to determine the difference between a ghost and a crossed over spirit over to the other side, as far as into the soul space or heaven or whatever it is you want to call it. I feel like a ghost is stuck. It's just stuck in between worlds. So what are your thoughts on that? Let's see here. Moni, I've always been able to feel them. Oh, that's wonderful. I think that's wonderful. I think that's like a added little I don't know, I feel like it's part of your gifts, you know, if you can really connect to the other side. I think in so many ways we can learn so much from those on the other side. If we're willing to listen and learn and pay attention, you know. Diane, now you know who they are. You're not afraid. Just get annoyed when the smell won't go away. You do house clearing and blessings, yes. Marie believes. Renee went on a ghost walk in New Orleans but didn't see anything. I'm going to share with you, Renee, and everybody, my ghost walk in New Orleans. That was my ghost experience. Yeah. Helen saw one in a hospital. Wow. That is something else, isn't it? Wow. I believe they're all around us, really. I believe they're all around us. I believe there's the ghosts all around us, the ones that are in the in-between, and I also believe that our spirit guides, the crossed over loved family members and friends, are all around us all the time, too. Yeah. Tawny, when you worked at the hospital, you would hear them a lot. I can see that to be true because hospitals can be a very traumatic place. And I think that ghosts that are stuck in between worlds suffered trauma in a great way. And I can see how they can be kind of collective in certain places, you know. Anybody ever watch the ghost hunter shows on TV and how they capture like sounds or words on audio and images on video? To me, I find that very fascinating. So I have not actually seen any with my eyes. I hear spirit guides, but I don't believe they're ghosts. I believe they're the spirits on the other side. I don't think I've ever heard or actually seen a ghost. But just a second, I'll share you my ghost story. Yeah, I want to see what else you have to say about this. Really neat. I figured this would be a really neat conversation, and I appreciate all of your comments about your experiences. And I thought Halloween is a good time to do this. And I do like to go visit places where they're considered haunted or where there's considered to be ghosts or ghost sightings, just so I can see for myself or feel the energy. I can feel the energy when I go to these places. It is different energy, but I find it very fascinating, and I love visiting cemeteries. Oddly enough, I know, call me crazy, but I do like to visit cemeteries, and I also I just walk around the cemeteries and I just kind of look and I wonder about the people that have passed along, and I just think about, you know, what their experiences might have been, and I just look at their dates and their names and just kind of stroll through and just be in the moment with them. So I know it's kind of crazy, but hey, call me crazy. Oh, Charlene, you actually helped a boy spirit that was lost calling you mommy. And you don't even know you helped him, but you did, because after you talked to him, he's gone and nothing else happened afterwards. That's beautiful. I do know of others that have helped some ghosts find the light. I know that some have just told them, I don't know why this little thing is just not sticking here. Some have told them, just by telling them, follow the light, try to go to the light, it's okay, it's safe. Some of them, I think they don't realize it's safe to go to the light and to transition that way. But I think they're kind of stuck in their fear from whatever happened on the earth plane to them, you know, whatever happened to their physical body. They're still stuck in fear and despair, and it's sad if you think about it. I find a lot of ghost stories very sad. Hey, Lorianne. Got two Loriannes, a little different there. Yes, Sarita. Makes sense, Amy. Karen, you've done some work with that, helping them transition. That's wonderful. I think that's beautiful, because I think that a lot of them are just kind of stuck. And I think, you know, when they get to the light and when you get to the soul space, you can really heal yourself and you return to that feeling of, or that whole essence of divine love of which we were made of. You return to that. But I think in the in-between worlds, you lack that understanding. Hey, Lisa, welcome, welcome. You've seen things out of the corner of your eye, felt things. Now that's true too. I have seen things out of the corner of my eyes. I don't know if it was like a ghost per se or if it was a spirit of other sorts. I feel like spirit or spirit guides encompasses a wide range of different types of energies. So there's a lot of different things on the other side that these things can be. If you see like energies or feel them or hear them, ask them. If you come across one, a spirit or a glimpse of energy, or if you feel an energy, or if you hear something, ask them, who are you? Why not? I do it all the time. I meditate all the time, and that's where I get most of my insight from and my visit from spirits directly. And I always ask them, who are you? Who is this talking to me? Who is this? And I've never had any issue with any of them answering, and I think ghosts probably will too. It's harder for us to, a lot of us, to hear what they have to say or, see them. But I think the more that we develop our own and become in tune with our own spiritual journey, the easier it becomes overall. Karen, some have no idea that they have passed, looking for someone they don't want. Yes, I think that's probably true too. They're kind of confused. They're still feeling whatever the case may be that they experienced in this world, but they are also lost. I feel that they're lost as well. So that's probably true. They don't know that they're kind of stuck in between worlds, and I think some of them do realize. I think some of them don't realize. I think it's a combination of it. Yeah. Sarita, first time you were 4 years old. Wow, that's really something, huh? That is really something when you were 4. I think that children too are more in tuned and to the spirit world in general, and I think that excuse me, sorry. I think that a lot of times society squashes that. We don't, parents don't want kids to see ghosts, or they don't want to try and explain, or they don't want them to, I don't know. A lot of society and a lot of parental type beliefs or cultural or anything can kind of squash that kind of gift in children of seeing and hearing spirits. And then it just closes off for a good amount of time until they choose to reopen that. I don't think it's gone. I think it's just closed. Helen, yes, you agree with you, and also very curious. You can see a lot of lights and shadows in your house. Some ways to protect yourself if you feel unprotected or if you want to are sage. Cleanses and clears the space very effectively. Any negative energies, and even negative energies that might be around spirits that are holding on to negative energies from what they experienced and they're holding on to. Ghosts, I feel, are holding on to negative energies from their experience. So you can sage yourself, you can sage your space, you can put some black tourmaline around your space to block any spirits from coming into that space. So that's very effective for that. Obsidian is very, very effective for that too, but that's very, very powerful. Probably I would suggest as a beginner to use black tourmaline, and the more you get in tune with crystals, to use obsidian, so you get a feel for the energies. Also ask your angels and your spirit guides, Archangel Michael, to surround you in protective radiant light, and your family. If you feel like there's other spirit type ghosts in your area or immediate surroundings, that you want to be protected, if you want that, if you feel like you need it. And your angels will always protect you regardless of of anything. So if you ask them to. So ask them for protection. And do it often, every day. I ask my angels and spirit guides to protect me every single day, and my family and my home, and then just go through the whole list, and and friends, and I just go down the whole list every day. And there's, you know, I think too that there's some ghosts that are, I don't think they're of any harm to us. They're just either confused or they're unsure or they don't know or lost or whatever the case may be. Some of them actually can be very friendly, I think. I think there's some people who come across some ghosts that are actually very friendly and they're just as curious as we are about them as they are about us. It's just kind of both ways. So I don't know. There's a lot to think about. Oh, this little thing is just not fitting right. There's a lot to think about when it comes to ghosts, you know? So I love all your comments and your contribution to this topic. This is terrific. Brenda, your sister sees them all the time. She sends them home. I love that. Joyce, you feel spirit. You felt spirit. Seen orbs, heard noises, but haven't come across a ghost or nasty aggressive spirit. Yeah. Medium, ghost whisperer. Yes. Love those. I love those shows. I know, it's fun to watch. Able to help, Moni, you're able to help your sister who was, I felt afraid, move on to the light. I was actually able to see her move on. Wow. Oh, I got chills reading that, Moni. Oh my goodness. Wow. That is really something. Oh my gosh. I'll look at the rest of what your comment says after the show. It cut off. Oh, Susan, you have a picture of your ghost in your backyard. Wow, that's exciting. I get tingles talking about it. Yes. Amy, could some ghosts be harmful or vengeful? I think that there are some ghosts that have that kind of feeling behind them, that they just are so filled with anger and hate because of whatever they experienced here on earth, that they are just filled with such rage that they might have that kind of tendency, that kind of energy to them. You got to think about ghosts of being as energy. They're energy. I think some are less offensive energy. Some can be very offensive energy, and the variation in between. It just depends on, I think, a lot of it, what they experienced here, what caused them to not transition, what caused them such trauma in this lifetime, here on earth, I should say, that caused them to not cross into the light. So the energy could be, I don't know if harmful per se, but heavy anger energy. Yeah. I think a lot of them are not ready to leave us. That could be, yes, I believe that too. I feel sad for these ones stuck. I do. Yeah. You had an experience in a graveyard, found different graves with one with your name and other with your date of birth. Wow, isn't that crazy? Oh my gosh, Joyce. Virginia, not afraid of them, have some visit your home. Yep. Yeah, I believe that too, Sarita. I believe you can tell by the energy that they emit, that they hold on to. Their energy is a big factor of how they'll respond to you. How can we cut etheric cords with attached spirit? I guess it depends on how attached the spirit might be too. Of course, always ask Archangel Michael to sever or restore yourself, your aura, sever any cords or attachments. Again, sage, use tourmaline. You can use black obsidian around your body, but just do it for a very short period of time, not very long at all. But you can try holy water, prayer, and ask them to leave. I had a very powerful spirit that was a friend of mine in her house that was stuck, very angry spirit, and it caused my friend and her family anger because of it. They felt the anger from the spirit. I don't know if it was a ghost or if it was another spirit of sorts. I didn't really get into that, but it was a very angry spirit, and it caused anger in the home. And they knew it immediately, because that's when they moved into that home. That's when all of the families started arguing and being in angry issues, and anger was just consumed them. And they knew that there was something wrong with something in this house. And so they called me to clear their house, and she knew exactly where it was. It was in a closet. And, excuse me, I used the dowsing rods to detect the energy. It was really powerful in that closet. I asked them if they were from the light. They said no, very powerfully, no. I asked them again, are you from the light? No. And so I put some obsidian in the closet. We saged it. We left the obsidian we checked the pendulum for how long we needed to leave the obsidian. And it was like about an hour. And then after that period of time, we removed the obsidian, we saged the room again, and we buried the obsidian, and it was gone. The spirit was gone from then on. So you can do something like that to release, a spirit that is causing some distress in your life or home or something like that. But really pay attention to your intuition of how long to leave obsidian, because it is a very powerful crystal, and you don't want to overuse it or abuse its energy. So really be respectful and mindful of obsidian if you choose to use it. Tanya, welcome, welcome. Charlene, you've seen and heard them, times you felt someone touching your shoulder. Yeah. Now, there's been plenty of times when I've heard my name and nobody's been around. I've heard my name. But I don't know if that was a ghost, or I think most oftentimes that was probably a spirit guide, not a ghost, because I've never felt any ghost kind of energy in my immediate home area. I've always felt angels or other spirit guides. Tanya, when you were 5, you would always hear them, so scared, not now. Yeah. Charlene, one time when your twins were maybe 2, your husband was in twins' bed. Suddenly, twins stared at the door all the way right. I can't read the rest of that. So I'll check out the rest of your comment then, too, after the end of the show. You have 2 granddaughter spirits, Moni. Always encourage them. One was 7, and the color of a man's spirit isn't good, Grandma. Oh, your granddaughters see the spirits. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Yes, kids are very, very, young children are very in tune with it. Very in tune. Sage is good. Yes, Amy. Okay. Rachel, you've seen shadow people and animals, and you ask them to leave if they're not of the light. Good. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. What else we have? We went on a ghost walk this weekend. Virginia. I love going on the ghost walks. I do. I have a lot of fun with that. Joyce, there's more to be scared of here. Yes. It's true. Yeah, I hear you, Joyce. Uh-huh. Oh my gosh. Awesome discussion, you all. Oh my goodness. Denise, your grandfather comes to me in the night. He died, told me he was sick. I went to get my mother crying, and found him dead. Oh my goodness, what an experience that must have been. Oh, wow, Denise. Oh, wow, love and light to you. Oh, let's see here. So a lot of you have helped people cross over, too. I think that's awesome. A lot of you experienced ghosts, and a lot of you have wow. This is great conversation. Let me tell you about my ghost story. In New Orleans, it was 2 years ago. My daughter and I went on the ghost walk tour. And in that tour, we went to the graveyard that's right on the edge of town. And they said they said this several times, absolutely no video can be taken on this ghost walk. And photos are okay, but absolutely no video. And they kept stressing that. I'm like, okay, okay. Well, I love to take pictures and photographs. I have been doing this for many years, and I love to take video too. Everywhere I go, I do both. And for the most part, I'm usually a rule follower, but for some reason, this kind of struck me like, all right, you keep saying this, you keep pushing my button. I'm going to take a video when I get in there. So we started the tour inside the graveyard, and it was fascinating. I was taking a bunch of pictures, and then I got to the point where I was going to just start the video and see what happened. If I have to pay a fine, they kick me out, whatever the case may be, I don't know. So I was going to try it and see what happens. So I pushed the record button on my phone, and I did it in a way that it was just not obvious. I just pushed the record, looking like I took a picture. And we started, and I looked at it, okay, it's recording. I could see, you know, you can tell when it's recording, right? I could see it was started recording, and then I just kind of held it like I was just holding my phone, not really at anything specific, because I just wanted to capture something that's not really seen to the naked eye. I was hoping to. So about 30 seconds later, I looked at my phone, and my phone was locked up completely. It just was locked up. And the video stopped. It was just like the screen had just stopped right where it was. I was like, uh-oh. My mind started going. I started to go into kind of like a little mini panic. I said, oh crap, are the New Orleans police going to come drag me out of the cemetery because I was taking video and I wasn't supposed to? And we were still walking on the tour, and I was like, oh my God. I was more afraid of getting in trouble because I don't like to cause trouble. You know, I'm not a troublemaker normally. But I was like, oh my God. So we were still walking on the tour, and while I wasn't paying attention anymore, I was trying to get that unstuck. So I tried to unstick my phone. I had to completely turn it off and restart it. And then I went back to the gallery where it stores your videos, right? It wasn't there. There was nothing there. It was completely gone. And I told my daughter, I was telling her about this, and she said, well, the girls right next to us were taking video fine. And I was like, either they have some kind of remote thing to zap you if you have video playing, or it was a ghost that didn't like me filming in his area. I kind of preferred the ghost story, so that's what I'm sticking with it. I think it was a ghost that was angry that I was filming in their area. They never told us why we couldn't take a video and photos were okay. They never said why. I wonder if they know why. But I feel like it was ghosts saying, no, you're not going to do that. And I thought, okay, no more video. I respect you. Sorry. I'll behave now. And I was kind of bummed out because I wanted to see if I could get some sort of orb or some sort of energy on my, video, but it was gone. There was no trace of it in my phone at all. The pictures were still there, but none of the video that I had started. And it's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if it was a ghost or not, but I feel like it was telling me to knock it off. I know, little laughy face, thanks. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Crazy. Renee, you didn't go on the cemetery tour. We walked around the city. Yeah, we did the city tour and then the cemetery afterwards. And then we did the cemetery tour that's out in the, what's it called, the 9th Ward, where they have the big, well, they have all the big, what do you call the big, I can't remember where they put many family members in the coffins in the little stone buildings. I can't remember what those things are called. We don't have those here. But I find the cemeteries there very fascinating, very fascinating. So, yeah, I will definitely go on that tour again when I visit that city again. And we'll see if I try the video again. I don't know. We'll see if I'm brave enough to attempt it. I don't want to piss off a ghost, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. It was fun, but I do like to go on ghost tours, and I do like to visit ghost homes. Now my daughter and I, we went to mausoleum. Thank you, Sandy. That's it. Mausoleums, yes. my daughter and I, last year, we went to the Winchester House, a crypt. Yes, that too. Yes, both of those. We went to the Winchester House in California, and that's supposedly very haunted, last year. And unfortunately, they have really turned it into a spectacle. And they have people jumping out at you and trying to scare you, and that kind of stuff is just like, oh, come on. I just want to see if there's spirits there. Don't, I don't know. And actually, that kind of stuff doesn't scare me. And my daughter and I were at the beginning of the tour, and I think they kind of got a little annoyed with us because neither one of us were scared when these people jumped out at us. And we laughed and we gave it away for the people behind us. But I was very disappointed in that because they have turned it into such a spectacle that I think all the ghosts were hiding, if there are any left there. I don't know. But we didn't feel any off energy or odd energy. It was just too commercialized and too, I don't know. It was just not what I expected. Not at all. I wish they would just let you tour it without all the added commercialism stuff that they added, So, but excuse me, sorry. But we do like to go visit places there are supposedly ghosts and just see what we see or experience or feel or hear, Sorry, my voice. So thank you for this awesome discussion. Let me talk to you real briefly about a crystal spirit quartz, and I thought it's going to fit perfectly with our discussion because of the name, spirit. So, I would love to visit Scotland, Helen. I would love to. Yes, I would love to visit all the portals in the world that have a lot of paranormal activity. I would love to do that, absolutely. A couple of years ago, my husband and I went to Chichen Itza in Mexico, and I could feel the energy there is powerful. So it's on my list to do traveling to the various places in the world that have either very powerful paranormal energies or spiritual energies or vortexes or alien energies, all that stuff. I'm into it, yeah. I would love to visit all those places. So that's where James Rob Fogg does scenes at the Winchester House. Yeah. Diane, you like spirit quartz? Joyce, you're from Scotland too? Wow, that's so cool. We've got Scotland in the house today. That is awesome. So spirit quartz is one that's, I know that a lot of you have, and I thought, I was flipping through the book today on the 101 book that we've been going through, and I thought, what crystal should I talk about today? And spirit quartz jumped out at me because, and I thought, oh, that's perfect. We're talking about spirits, even though it's not necessarily connected to spirits and ghosts, but spirit in the name. I thought, well, let's bring it out and see what happens. So I'm going to show you spirit quartz, and I'm going to tell you about what Judy Hall has to say about this beauty. And this is a new find from South Africa, and it's becoming rare, actually. It's a perfect metaphor for the holistic, dynamic, holographic consciousness within each of us. The crystal reminds us that the power of the whole is greater than the individuals who comprise it, and that we are all interconnected spirit. Isn't that beautiful? We are all connected, interconnected spirit. I love how she says that. We are all connected. You like my reactions, Joyce? Well, I like to have fun. So, hey, this is me. Take it or leave it. Oh, gosh. This facilitates connection to expanded consciousness. This crystal opens the third eye and takes you journeying into other realms. So that's why it's probably called spirit quartz. Spirit in the word spirit quartz. Let's see here. It encourages awareness of the soul's needs, showing what must be released before the soul can separate from the physical or subtle bodies. Spirit quartz can comfort the bereaved with knowledge that spirits are ultimately reunited. Isn't that beautiful? The healing powers are a perfect tool for multidimensional healing. Spirit quartz focused on high frequency energy at its point while radiating healing energy in all directions, acting as a healing wand to pull disease and negative energy out of the body or aura. It instills light into space. That's beautiful. Amethyst spirit quartz, which is most popular, this one, opens the higher chakras that are laddered to multi-dimensions. Citrine, which is very rare, connects to earth, star, solar plexus, and centers you into your own power. Smoky spirit quartz guides the soul into regions beyond death, but also attunes the base chakras with the third eye, anchoring spirit insight into the everyday world. I've not seen any citrine or smoky spirit quartz in person. I've only seen the amethyst. So she says you should meditate with spirit quartz. Meditating with spirit quartz reminds you that we are all spirit and need to work together for the good of humanity. Isn't that a beautiful way to, excuse me, sorry, my voice is telling me it's time to wrap it up pretty soon. Isn't that a beautiful way to end it up? We are all spirit, and the ghosts are spirit. The spirit guides that we talk about quite often, spirit, we are all energy. We are all energy. It's all energy, just in different forms. And I'm going to light my little sage again, get this going. So I think that's a beautiful, beautiful way to say that. Yeah, it was beautiful. So I'm going to pull one spirit message from the card from this deck. The spirit message, I'm sorry, this is backwards. Spirit messages, daily guidance from John Holland. I thought this was fitting as well, spirit in the deck. And then we will wrap it up because my voice is telling me to do so. And I'll tell you a couple of announcements at the end of this too. So let's see what message that we all have to focus on today. And I have a question for you too. I want you to think of something. Let me rephrase this real quick. I'm working on another book project, which I hope will be finished within the next 6 months. And I've come to where I need some, I don't need particularly, but I would like some input. And that's where you come in. I would like you to use your intuition on 2 numbers and post what number you feel stronger about. And it is tied to the book, and you'll find out why more a little bit later. But think about these 2 numbers and post the number. Think of just for a moment, think of both numbers and which one jumps out at you. I would like to know that. Then the 2 numbers, and then post the number that jumps out at you. Okay? The number is either 21 or 30. All right, so I'm going to shuffle this while you answer that question for me. 21 or 30. Oh, Diane, you feel spirit quartz very healing. Oh, yes, spirit quartz is beautiful. Yes, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy to it. Hi, Lily. Renee's got 30. Okay, who else has an answer for me? I've got a 21, 21, a lot of 21s, a couple of 30s, 21, okay, 30s, 21s, some 30s. I'm going to count these up when the show is over and see which one is more, looks like 21 is probably a little bit more right now. And I will let you know within the next couple of weeks. I will have a firm idea of what number is better. And I'll tell you why too then. Okay? Actually, I should know probably next week what number fits with this project. Okay? All right. So what card? Okay. This is the spirit message for today A lot of 21s. Hey, Evelyn, you can watch the replay. Please share this to others so they can get in on this conversation, even though it's later. And I appreciate your support as well. So today's message from the Spirit deck is ground yourself. Good advice, always ground yourself. When you're feeling distracted, unfocused, kind of blah, that's a big indicator with me when I'm feeling like really low energy and whatever I try for energy-wise doesn't help, then I realize I need to ground myself. So being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, impatient are all signs that you need to be grounded. So if you're feeling any of those things, get your grounding crystals out, tourmaline, smoky quartz, hematite, let's see here, lodestone, any of those kind of things, and hold it for a little bit of time or put it at your feet. Work with it for 5 to 10 minutes and see if you notice a difference. Every time I ground myself, I notice a huge difference. If you don't have any of those crystals, go put your feet on the bare ground. Walk in the grass, walk in the sand, walk in the dirt. Go hug a tree. Sit with nature somehow. That will ground you. You want to connect back to Mother Earth, and that will stabilize your energies again. So, 2 of your children born on the 21st, one on June, the other on September. Wow, Carol, that's a good number for you. Wow. My mom's birthday is on June 21st. That's cool. Oh, neat. Speaking of my mom, she continues to really wow me with her progress. I'll just tell you real quickly. Somebody from our community had mentioned that they wanted me to do a video with her live. So I think I'm going to plan that sometime next week. I talked to her about it. She said, okay, sure. She really doesn't understand all this, but it will be a short little live stream. But she is starting to realize that she did miss a good chunk of her life the past 8 months. She doesn't know why or how or what. She knows there's something odd about it, but she could start to remember things from before that period of time. And it's truly remarkable. So I want to do a little live with her and just bring her on, and who knows what will come of that. I don't know. We'll see. So her story is absolutely a miracle, and I am going to write it. I've got a lot of it down, but that's not the book I'm writing right now. I've got to finish the one I'm working on now, but I think a lot of people need to hear her story and my story and how it connects. It's, I think that it needs to be told. So that will be coming later. What's coming up? So tomorrow we have Crystal Sale Thursday, 11 o'clock Pacific time. Next week, we will be doing, I'll probably bring her on to do that, plus maybe another discussion time, but for sure we'll be doing a manifestation new moon thing. So that's coming up next week. November's going to be kind of weird. The week of Thanksgiving, I'm actually taking vacation, so I'll be adjusting things along the way and letting you know when it gets closer to that. It's actual first vacation in quite a while that's not business related, so I'm looking forward to that. Need some time away, and it will be certainly very exciting. I will be posting a lot of video and photos from there when I'm gone, and I probably will be, if I'm able to, I might even do a little live thing just because I want you to experience where I'm going. So more on that later. I'll keep you wondering. So more on that later, but I'll be adjusting the schedules of things, Penny, as we get closer to that time. Thanks for this awesome discussion on ghosts and spirits and spirit quartz and our message about grounding. Go ground yourself today, those of you who feel you need it. Always good advice. This was a great talk. Happy Halloween. Be safe out there. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much. This was a great talk. So I really appreciate you taking the time to share your experiences. And I thought it was a lot of fun. So thank you all again. I will see you all soon. Blessings, blessings, blessings. And thank you. Thank you so much for the blessing to Mom. Thank you, Helen. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amy. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Sarita, thank you. All right. Love and light to each and every one of you. Blessings to each and every one of you. May you be blessed with abundance beyond your imaginable dreams. Have an awesome day. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.